Hello all, very good evening.
Hi, Srinu.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Vishnu this side. Yeah. So we'll wait for a minute more so that few are joining and then we will continue. Hi Manoj. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi Niken. Yeah. Niken, you have something to ask?
Yes, can we please have your LinkedIn in the chat?
Sure, I will share it. Actually, I will share it once our private group is created. Okay. There in that group.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's get started. Today, the agenda that I have planned is yesterday actually was a demo session. So we were just seeing the overview and a lot of other things, right? So today is actually the day one of the course, right? So our course is starting today. But still, since it's open to all, I will be going through a overview sort of setup, not in depth, right? So that maximum you can see and visualize and also try to perceive what actually happens in AI testing. That's my objective all about, right? So basically, my agenda that I have planned for today is very simple. See, when we speak about AI testing, we are not clear like what all we test, right? So what we test, how do we test, what all actually happens in a test plan, right? Like how the reporting happens or what report you send, right? So because it's a totally new domain, there are not many people to explain you these things, right? Who have real experience in that. So I thought, okay, that's a good starting point to start the course with, right? And so what we will see is there are various different types of testing that we do in AI testing. Okay, so if someone is there from performance background or some other background also. So let's take a performance testing background. There you have a lot of different types of testing, like load test is there, stress test is there, endurance test is there. So can anyone say why we have so many different types of test? What's the purpose?
Yeah, we are checking the different scenarios.
Correct,
So,
right? So every test has a different objective. Exactly. What you said is correct, right? So a different objective. For example, let's say I'm running a load test and an endurance test. Totally, the objective of running the test is totally different. Load test is to understand how stable my system is, how well it is performing, and all those stuff, right? Under a specific load. Now, endurance is all about understanding various other bottlenecks like memory leak. When your application is running for a long time, what are the other issues that might come, right? So, all those things. So, similarly, in AI testing, also, we have different types of tests, okay, with specific objectives or various objectives, okay. So, that we will see today. And also, we will see today uh, how using Postman you can actually hit an AI API, right? And in a high level, if time constraints are not there, I'll also be explaining what's an API. But again, this is a disclaimer for everyone. I will be going through in a high level way, but we will be going in depth in each of these things once we start our private sessions. Okay, so this is for the benefit of everyone here, right? So that you get a overall understanding of what we are going to see in the long 30 plus hours of our course, right? So it will give you an overview. And also, you can carry away maximum from this session. As I said, I value your time a lot. It's not easy to be here at 8 p.m. Leaving all the important tasks in your hand. Maybe on a busy Thursday, right? Tomorrow is a Friday. You have to close a lot of tasks. So I clearly understand the importance of your time here, and I will try my best so that I justify that time, and you carry really valuable knowledge out of these sessions. Okay. Okay, now coming to the main point. So when we speak about AI testing, right? See, each type of testing, there are various types of testing in AI testing. Okay, so let's go to that topic now. Okay, so when we speak about AI testing, there are various types of AI testing based on the objective that we are looking into. Okay, so let's assume my application is again, let's say Amazon.com, okay, a common e-commerce application, which is widely used, right? And they are actually, I have people working in Amazon, my close friends actually, they say how extensively or how widely they are currently trying to get AI into various things, right? And you would have also observed it. Can anyone call out few things that you saw in Amazon already? AI is there. Anyone?
Like if you place if you see few of the
Mhm.
items, right, it will send
Yeah.
you notifications. Okay, you have
Yes.
a item
Mhm.
viewed, so
Yeah.
it's waiting for
But
you on the cart or sometimes.
great, great. That's a very good observation, Manoj, because some might think that's a coded thing, but you clearly figured it out. It's there is an AI playing in the back end, right? That's a really good because anyone can say that okay, there is a chatbot, there is a summary, review summary generated. Those are AI easily you can identify, but these things you are identifying, that's a great thing. Okay, so you are clearly understanding that concept very well. That's good. Good observation. Anything else, anyone? Have you seen that review summary in the products? Let me see if I go to Amazon.com. Let's say if I open any product, let's say I open this, and if I scroll down, I don't know whether all the products have it, but I see that nowadays. Are you able to see this? Don't you think it's generated by
Yes.
AI? Right? See, you can
Yes,
clearly
it is
see
AI.
here that disclaimer also, right, at the
Yeah,
bottom.
they have yeah.
Yeah, right. So that's the thing, right? So AI is coming everywhere. Even customer care also they have changed, right? Like a lot of things you can see AI in place. And
Most of the
as
chatbots
exactly
in all the products were now integrated with the AI for any
right, yes,
customer
exactly,
service.
exactly. Right. So many things. So if you see now at just maybe down the line 1 year, only you can say AI has become so much. I mean, like expanded so much, right? Now think down the line 2 years, what will happen? Maybe your whole application, right? Each and everything that you see, there will be an AI playing in the background, some or the other way, right? So that effective AI will become. And now my question to all of you is if you don't know how to test AI, will your traditional testing practices help you in such applications? Will it help?
No.
Yeah, still
No.
human testing
Mhm.
will be there at
Yes.
times that we capture, but
Yeah.
where we see the delta between 100% to 50% is going
Yeah.
down.
Exactly, right? So that is where AI testing is very, very important. Now everyone is focused on AI development because that the testing issues or the production level issues are have not become very mainstream, right? But already there are a lot of demand in the market. If you just search in LinkedIn and Naukri, you can see a lot of AI testing roles opened already, and you will see a lot of startups and big organizations also in that. Recently one of my friend joined one startup which actually works on stock market investments. So think such an organization is hiring an AI tester or a tester role especially for their AI applications. Okay, so think about it. It's a stock market, highly risky, highly financial oriented, and their AI is coming. So think, so that much is the wide or application of AI, right? AI model generation, LLM market is almost it's almost saturated. People entering into that is very low. Now the market is all about application, right? How you can build use cases, how you can build useful applications over to that LLM models, right? Whatever models you have, like GPT is an LLM model. That's what I'm saying. So, uh, and there are a lot of applications every day getting released. Okay, and we will see like a heavy rocket boom. Okay, once that this testing becomes mainstream, and the main issue here will be demand supply, right? There will be very less people who would have got real hands-on experience in working with AI testing. And that time, uh, obviously, when demand is more, supply is less, you can leverage that, right? In many ways. So that's how the things will be. And all obviously, you'll be what I can say, a future proof, right? You don't need to fear about losing on to anything, right? So that will make you fearless, right? Uh, Ultimately, when you have a knowledgeable skill or a really demanding skill in your hand, you will not worry about a lot of things, right? And your life will become more satisfied and more happier when you work in your organization and all. Even in your organization, you can add more visibility by implementing these things that you're learning, right? Already they would have started AI related stuff, development and implementation. You can add more value over to this by adding that AI testing practice also at the beginning itself. So you will be the pioneer and you will be the person heading it, right? So you get that high visibility before anyone grabs it, right? So those things are there. Anyways, coming back to the testing. So let's say Amazon.com is the application that I am looking into. So there are various types of testing that you can do with various objectives. Okay, just to call out the very important ones. Okay, as per my experience with what I have tested, so these are the 9 important tests that you can do, and out of that, top five are the first five ones, which are very, very important. And the last four are also important, but only can be done under specific time constraints and all. Okay. So now going one by one. So the first one which I will speak about is regarding the functional or behavior testing. Okay. So see what happens in this functional or behavior testing is it will the AI will misunderstand what the customer is asking. Okay, so it will be like your AI is not understanding. Okay, what the real question was. So why do we do this testing, right? So this functional or behavior testing, we do it to ensure that, for example, let's say we take the example of Amazon. Okay, so we will do this testing to ensure that, let's say, the AI completes whatever task is given in hand, right? Maybe giving the review summary very properly, right? So the correct intent understanding, right? And task completion. That's what the main objective of this functional behavior testing is. Now, let's say we speak about some example. Let's say a user asks, okay, show me mobiles under 20K. Okay, 20,000 rupees, show me the mobiles. Now, what AI will suggest is it will show 50,000 rupees, right, under phones. Is it correct? What user asked and what AI gave? Is it correct?
No.
No. So
No.
this is one sort of behavioral issue, right? So what user is asking, your AI should be able to answer that very properly, realistically. Otherwise, it damages the whole reputation, brand, and AI. Sometimes AI trust also, right? So this is very, very important. Behavior testing, functional. Okay. Next is where the name is really cool. Okay, it's called hallucination testing. So what happens in hallucination testing is, now this one we will see a demo today. Okay, how we test it really, because all this testing we will see one by one demo, how we test it, how we create a report. So it's a long journey, right? So we'll be seeing all those. But for today, we will be seeing this hallucination testing demonstration from end to end, right? How you do it. So okay, so hallucination testing. What is the issue? Now, see what happens in hallucination testing is like this guy, this AI becomes very confident. Okay, what he says, like as if he's an expert in what he's saying, and he says something wrong. For example, let's say coming to e-commerce. So I will take e-commerce as a whole so that you can compare each testing very easily. Okay. Let's say Amazon.com again. Now your AI will say, like, for example, it will say a product has 2-year warranty for example, but the product might have only 1 year warranty. So this is hallucination. So what it does is it gives wrong product or wrong facts, right? But very confidently. You will say, oh yeah, you have 2 year warranty. That's all. That's it. Gone, no? Because seeing that confidence, right, which AI is throwing, and when customer reads or maybe customer buys it, right? Later on, that issue will come, right, which is very dangerous, right? Because AI said 2 year warranty, customer buys it, but sad fact that there was only 1 year warranty for it, right? So this is again, it's this testing, right, where we detect that whether our AI is confidently giving some incorrect responses, right? That is hallucination testing. Okay, clear all of you till here? All of you are with me,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Now let's go to again. So next is but before this, right? This will come in the last two. Let me speak about this two first. Okay. As I said, top five ones are these. Okay. First is behavior testing. Second is hallucination testing. Third is bias and fairness testing. Okay. Now this top five ones are very important. You should not ignore it all. Okay. You have to always look into this. So okay, let's come to bias and fairness testing. So what happens in this bias and fairness testing is your AI will show bias to some products. For example, AI will always recommend some premium brands. Okay, in your e-commerce store, it will not recommend some brand which is having good reviews, maybe good user engagement, good product. But since it's not from a premium brand, your AI is biased to that brand due to some reason, whatever here it has learned in the time frame. It will sorry. Uh, is someone speaking? Okay, please. Okay, yeah. So that's the bias and fairness testing, right? Where you really test, you ensure that fair and neutral recommendations are coming, right? So bias can damage brand reputation, isn't it? Can I say that? Bias will
Yes.
damage
Yes.
brand reputation. Yes, right? Again, very critical testing, right? See, ultimately in this world, what you need to protect, it's not a very good application. It's not quality. It's not things are far more important now, right? And the most important thing nowadays, every big brand or every startup or every organization looking for is that brand reputation, right? Which plays a very vital role nowadays in this world, creating a brand, right? And AI plays a very vital role in destroying it if not properly deployed. But at the same time, AI can do marvels if it's deployed properly. And that's what an AI tester does, right? He understands what needs to be done, what can go in production, how it can go in production, so that these things are taken care of very properly and with a very high visibility, right? It can happen just like that. That changes. You can clearly see that visual visibility so quick, right? With these things. Now coming, so toxicity and safety testing. Now this is very critical. Okay. So here what happens is AI will use some offensive or some unsafe languages like becoming rude and all. Okay. Uh, Maybe some wrong words to use, right? Let's say for example, like some user is asking, right, that AI, where is my order, it's so slow, it didn't come, or something like that. So AI will say, like, it will harshly reply like an angry delivery complaint, right? So it will harshly reply to that customer, right, which is again very bad, right? So because AI will be speaking on behalf of the brand. Can I say that? Can I say that?
Yes.
Right? So when this happens, totally your brand is getting destroyed, right? And maybe you are not knowing at all what's happening, because it might already cost that damage if it was put to production before testing, right? So that is very critical. Now, so main objective here is to find out whether my AI is maintaining that polite, safe customer interactions, and it's not using any harmful or offensive language, right? So that happens in this toxicity and safety testing. Okay. Now coming to next important testing, which is privacy and data leakage testing. This is very critical because what is the issue is AI exposes a lot of sensitive customer information in this issue, right? When this issue happens, a lot of sensitive information by mistake AI shares. For example, yesterday we saw that Google Drive example, right, where instead of Aadhaar card, it was trying to share the passport, right? Which is very dangerous, right? It's sharing our personal details without that proper. So this testing is for that. That your main objective is to prevent that data leaks, right? And that violations, that compliance violations, your data is secured and your AI is nowhere sharing some sensitive information, right? So customer data must be protected, which is very critical. Next is consistency and robustness testing. Okay, again, here what happens is same question, but what AI will do is it will answer different answers. Okay, for example, same product query, it will give different price each time. Is it dangerous or not?
Yes.
Right? So, for e-commerce itself, so many different applications we are seeing, right? Like how AI can be implemented. Think about other applications like finance. There is let's say entertainment, retail, utility, energy. So everywhere AI will come, and with workflows for like AI agents and all, things are far more higher than that. Okay, it's widely used. Now coming to the yeah, so consistency is for that, right? So it should give me some consistent behavior that I need to test. Okay. Now coming to performance and latency testing. So see, this is more about performance only. If your AI is slow, especially when the load is high, so AI responses are slow, right, or inconsistent. So for example, when a customer asks some question, let's say AI takes more than 8 to 10 seconds to answer. So maybe it will not, I mean, like, it's not very critical, I can say. Maybe the user will wait, but as for performance is concerned, it is very critical. Okay. 8 seconds, a user waiting for your response is little high, right? At least 2 seconds, 3 seconds is still fine, but 8 seconds is too much, right? 8 seconds plus. So we have to understand, we have to test it, right? Where the things are going wrong, it can be done. You can optimize the AI responses in such a way that it's working well in performance, right? So next is prompt regression testing, very important. Basically, the prompt engineering and all those things will come here. So small prompt changes, what will happen is with that, your AI behavior will break. So do you think once I put something in production, uh, prompts or these things will remain same always? Do you think?
No.
No. These updates frequently keep happening, right? So when something goes to production without AI testing or without we properly test it, let's say a prompt change, what happens is it can totally break all the other testings that you did, which is very difficult, right? Like a situation because you have already fixed things properly tested, but with a small change in the prompt, maybe all everything gone, because prompt is a fundamental thing which affects your responses, right? So prompt regression testing is very critical if this prompt changes happen, right? So because it can prevent silent production issues also, so we have to be very careful about that. So, and next is the last one is monitoring and post release testing, where you after the AI is deployed into production, you try to monitor that in Grafana, in whatever monitoring tools you have. The responses will be logged, so you monitor that. So whatever you tested is really happening in production. Maybe first 1 week, right? You monitor it, and from that, if you can figure out some issues, right? AI starts recommending maybe some out of stock items or something like that. Some issue you catch from that, right? Detected early, right? As soon as it's deployed, you can make the corrections, bug fixes, and maybe save your brand, right? So this is also very important thing, monitoring and post release, because something might get out of our hand, right? Before we test it, so we have to test it properly before it reaches our customer, maybe, right? Some use case, right? So very critical. So ultimately, in a one line summary, if I say AI testing in e-commerce, for example, is protecting your customer trust, your revenue, brand reputation, and these are something which is very critical, fundamental things, which is very valuable for a organization. Okay, And that is what an AI tester actually protects. Now, based on this, you think how much value you are bringing onto the table, and also you think how many of the population out maybe who are knowing about AI, okay, in a high level way. They know GPT, they know ChatGPT, but how many of them might know that these many types of testing are existing, right? And this many things I need to take care before I deploy into production. Now, let me put this question this way: how many of you knew, or how many of you anticipated that this many types of things can go wrong in AI? Raise your hands. Who didn't anticipate? And now it's an eye opener for many. Raise your hands. Because frankly, right, even when we started AI testing, that is when we also explored that these many things can go wrong, right? And we have seen it in reality, right, when things go wrong. And with the organization that I'm working, even a small thing goes wrong, that's a disaster, okay? Because brand is something we protect by heart and soul, right? So it's very, very critical here. That is why user facing AIs we haven't deployed much yet. We have been deploying it into the admin side, the backend side, and but there also the load is very high. Okay, it's like a big applications only, not small. But soon we like a lot of applications coming on the on the user facing sites, right? Like yeah, so that's right. So any questions anyone till now before I move on to the hands-on part?
Yes, Vishnu, I have a question actually. So could you
Yeah.
please explain me where exactly this AI will sit in on the application? Will this be a separate entity where we feed the application knowledge to it, or will this sit on a system on the enterprise level, please?
Exactly. Okay. So let me let for that only I will show you one thing. Now this is an API I have. Okay. Um, Here. Okay, which is my uh, the GPT API that I have in Postman. Now, what is Postman? How do you test an API and all? We will see in depth as we progress in the course. How to, if someone is new to Postman and all, no need to worry at all. It's very straightforward, very easy to understand. Okay. Again, drag and drop and all, no coding and all. Okay, don't worry about that. Yeah, so this is an API which is for GPT-4 completions API that I have here. I have created that API in the Postman. Now, let's say in the body lies my important things that I need to send. For example, the question. Okay. So let's say instead of I'm going this question, I'll change it to today is the demo for testing Amazon.com AI for our critical components to test in the, let's say, mobile app. I'm just giving. So this is the question I have now. Okay, I have given. Now what I will do by just updating this question, I'll click on send. Basically, I'm hitting that API. Okay, so I get the response. Now, if I just copy the response and I show it here, right? So here, if you see, you can clearly see the answer it gave, right? For an Amazon.com mobile app API demo, focus your testing on components where AI powers user experience, personalization, recommendation, critical areas to include search functionality, query. Are you getting what I'm trying to say, everyone?
Yes.
Right? So this is happening through an API. Now, this thing, whatever response I am getting, easily I can put it into any coding language like PHP or HTML. I can showcase using HTML because this is generally a JSON format, right? You need to pull it. Let's say I have a Java backend, PHP backend, or some other tool I have. Just use this feedback further to process whatever I need to do. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So AI sits actually as an API. Clear? What I'm trying to say,
Okay. Yeah.
Ajay?
Yes, Vishnu. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes, please.
everywhere it will
Please.
be API. Even in the workflows also, when there is an organization where, but yeah, some startups use some workflow creation applications also. They pay for that license, right? For example, N8N. Someone would have heard, right, about N8N and OpenAI Codex. These are some workflow generators. There also, what happens is background APIs only, right, which is communicating with each other. In front, you are just doing drag and drop and all, but background what is happening is these APIs are communicating with each other. Okay. Now see the beauty of this. If I change the API structure or some things, right? For example, let's say I change the token to 400 and if I send it now, how much seconds it took for my response? How much?
11 milliseconds.
Okay.
7.5 seconds.
7.49 seconds.
Yeah. Now let's say what happens. Okay. See the difference. Did my time
Sir, I've got
change?
one. I've got
Did my
one question. Yeah.
right? So
0.8
that's how. See,
Yes.
what your API, right? Your structure, your body matters a lot with respect to the because response time I showed because it's easily visible to you. Clearly, you can uh, correlate now before we go in depth into things. But there are a lot of other things that also change, right? When you just change one parameter. So like that, lot of other parameters are there. Temperature is there, top P is there, frequency penalty, presence penalty, model, very, very critical model. Okay. So all these things we will see, right? Like these parameters, what they are doing in depth, what is the importance of temperature, what is and all those, and each of these parameters will affect your response, and also in the background where it is hosted, how it is hosted, and how the communication exactly as Ajay asked, right? Like how the communication is happening, how many API loops are there, or is it a WebSocket connection? What type of connection it is, right? A lot of things are there which we will be learning. Only thing is, in all this that we learn, actually as a AI tester, you don't need to code anything at all. As I said, there's a small automation framework, right? Automation means you're automating your scripts that you are creating for testing, right? That is done using a little bit of Python, but that also is AI assisted, right? You don't need to write a Python script. I'll be showing you how to generate easily using AI. I have created already prompts and all, which I will give it to you. You can easily create the scripts with just one click, and also a lot of scripts that I have already created, I'll be giving you just you can use it in your project directly. Okay, just by changing the maybe you have to give your API, okay, or
Okay,
structure to
and
it.
prompts
Correct.
related to our project, right?
Correct.
So
Yes.
even you have any kind of framework which
Yeah. Yes.
fetches
Yes.
the prompts
Test
with the
plan. I will
status
be
code
giving.
and
Yeah,
response
I'll
as
be
well.
giving you the test plan example, sample, NFR sample I'll be giving you. Then I'll also be giving you the test report samples for each of these tests that we are going to do, right? We'll also be seeing each of these tests and how you report it. Because see, ultimately, you test it, it's of no use unless you cannot show it, right? Ultimately, expression is what will show the visibility and the value that you're doing. So you need to be really good at reporting, how you can report things, right? So that we will be seeing how to give the reports for each type of testing. It will be different, and like what syntax, what format we need to use, what terminologies we need to use, and all those things, right? So, and see, the beauty behind this is now this domain is so new that even architects might take your suggestion because they might also be new to these things because they would be good at what they are doing, right? Now this is a totally new domain and only some experts are there, so you will get such a good visibility among architects also that you will become like an expert there. Okay, but only thing is that initial visibility you have to show. You have to see, you have to speak in that language, that terminologies, right, which you learned. Automatically they will know, yeah, yeah, this guy knows things, right? So that is
Okay.
what, that is how you need to proceed, right? Yeah, my eyes always goes to the weird guy. The name is so good, lo. Like I feel that it's like I am speaking to a weird guy. So Anamika, right? Is it?
Yeah. I'll change
Uh,
it soon.
no issues. It's good. Yeah. Okay. Now
Those
coming to
metrics are there, right, Vishnu?
Mhm.
Those values will be changing based upon the model we were using, or
Yes,
it's
yes.
common for
Not only
all?
model, see, better parameters will remain almost same based on the model because it's a
Mhm.
standardized approach which people follow. But these metrics have a different, I mean, like each metric has a reason it's there, and different applications, different tools, it will be different. So based on the
Okay.
use case that you have, it will change. Okay. For example, let's say quickly to say temperature. Temperature is a very important metric. So let's say you are working with a customer care application where the responses have to be really stringent, not too imaginative, right? Like you're not writing any article or a story, right? You are giving real answers. There you have to keep it as close to point 2, point 3. Right, but let's say when you want to make your AI very imaginative, right? Like maybe write a love letter for my wife. So in that case, keep the temperature point line point keep it to 1. Maybe still it might not be able to give to make your wife happy, but but yeah, maybe like, we can just keep it short, right? Like with the so yeah, so that's the temperature. Because it's very hard to make ladies happy, right? Even AI cannot do that. Okay. Now, anyways, so jokes apart, yeah. So that's the temperature, right, Manoj? Okay. Yeah. Okay, right. So now coming just to get an idea. So how many? Just raise your hands. How many of you are comfortable till now that you are understanding things? Though maybe not in depth, but you are getting the point of all about this. What's happening in the AI testing? Just raise your hands. The whole story about AI testing. Oh, that's good number. I can see. Yeah, so see, use this medium to improve your expression also, right? So that's the beauty behind live courses, right? Which your YouTube video recordings and all cannot give you. We are all here actively involved, right? So lot of different soft skills will also improve with time. Okay, when when you're attending such live courses, you speak with each other. You lose that fear of speaking in an interview, right? You get chance to speak without showing your face here, right? We are all here faceless, so just speak out what you want, right? No one will be judging you here. So it's a ground here to, I can say, an AI playground like that. It's a ground for you to show you to improve your soft skills also, right? To speak out the interview questions, answers. Whenever I ask some question, actually that might be an interview question. Okay, so if you answer those questions, it actually will help you a lot in your interviews also. Okay, when that such questions will come, so try to answer, right? Or at least try to give some reactions and all, so you will feel active, happy in what you're learning, and you will be able to grasp things very fast. Okay, and maybe remember also when you do such things. So yeah, so so try to get maximum out of the live sessions, right, which you have. And yeah, as I said, we have to reach the real outcome, right? That is what this course should be, right? So if you need to reach that outcome, learning itself will not help you, right? You need to express it also. So whatever knowledge you have, you should be in a good place to, or a good position to express it to your interviewer, to your manager, to your concerned stakeholders, right? Right, so that's the thing. So you have to be so you with this expression can be really improved in a live course, right? Which you cannot improve when you are doing some, when you're sitting in a room at your home or office, watching some YouTube videos, or if at all it gives some knowledge also, cooked up or whatever, right? Not customized, but still uh, you cannot get this expression there, right? Which you are getting here. So try to utilize it. That's what we are all here about. And we are in a group, all learning hungry, right? Knowledge hungry people here. So automatically knowledge will grow, right? We are all here hungry for knowledge, trying to grow in our career, hungry for that, right? Hungry for growth. So let's utilize this, right? This energy that we have here. Let's tap into it. So let's interact. And also, yes, exactly like someone pointed out, interaction will not allow you to sleep, right? Which is very, very critical. You will remain active. Okay. Yeah, yeah, right, right. Yes. And again, right, I know it, I don't know how many of you might be having your dinner and sitting for the sessions. But sorry for that. This time I know some people might be it's a dinner time for everyone, but be relaxed. Okay, maybe you can even sit with your dinner for the session. Sit with maybe a cup of nice lemon tea. Okay, after dinner, whatever. Sit relaxed, learn. Anyway, recordings are provided, right? So you don't need to worry about doing hands-on later. You can do the hands-on later also, right? So be relaxed, right? Watch as if you're watching a movie. Enjoy the journey, right? So enjoy such a new thing you're learning. It will be really enjoyable. Okay. Yeah. Now coming back to the uh, yeah, our topic. So see, now we saw various different types of testing. This is an API that I saw. What is an API and all we will discuss. API full form is application programming interface. AI testing. See, when you are learning AI testing, there are few architectural concepts also that you need to know. Okay, that we will discuss. Okay, like for example, what is caching, and people who already know it's good and well. Okay, but for those who are really new to these things, we will be revisiting all this caching, cookies, what's a CDN, what's a load balancer, then what do we mean by cloud, right? For those who are new to it, and what do we mean by APIs, what do we mean by WebSockets? What do we mean by this chatbot has a specific type of communication? Okay, so that we will see. This WebSocket and all comes in there. And what do we mean? What do we mean by some backend terminologies like in the cloud where the communication happens, right? So those things, and also some encryption, decryption terminologies like what do we, how things are encrypted, decrypted, and all. Then this AI APIs also there are different types. Okay, so we will be seeing various types. For example, now we saw only text for some time. There is image generation, there is video generation, there is voice, live real-time voice, right? Real-time voice APIs are there. So each have a different approach of testing and all. Okay, so that those also we will be seeing. Okay, it will be very detailed on all these things, and then obviously we need to know like microservices and all that. Anyways, in a high level way we will see. We don't need it in very detail, but we will see what's a maybe what's in a high level way how microservices perform, like how they communicate and all, how AI sits there, right? We will be understanding how workflows happen, right? We see everyone is able to imagine AI as a single entity. Like for example, GPT, right? Where you ask a question, it gets. But many of us are not able to imagine AI as a workflow. So some A action to B action, B action to C action, C to D action, and done. So we get the final output to the user. So such workflows, how it works, right? How each interface or each junction has an AI sitting, okay, and doing the processing, whatever it needs to do, the work it needs to do. Think about like this. For example, A is a receptionist. B is let's say manager. Okay. C is like let's say the founder. Okay, and D is, for example, let's say uh, someone who is handing over that important file, which receptionist gave to manager, manager to founder. Now founder will speak to the board of directors, okay, and finally, so where this thing started, right, as a user, right, that paper will reach the user. So something like that. So same thing will happen with the AI. So only thing is this receptionist, this manager, this founder, all will be AI. Okay, AI sitting there with that specific role. Okay, so it's very cool, right? Like whole flow happening with, and obviously each and every stage AI testing will happen, right? Everything is critical, A to B, right? A to B, A to B, and will be. So these workflows we need to understand, right? So that will happen. Yeah, so in an overall, it will be a very interesting journey. You'll be learning a lot of things, right, in the journey. And tools, as I said, Postman we will use, Fiddler we will use. Fiddler is again an API debugging tool. If someone doesn't know it, to debug APIs and all, you use Fiddler. Jmeter again, not it's not a Jmeter course, but high level way how to run a simple API test in JMeter we will learn. Okay, simple API test, not very in depth. Again, because I don't want to give any false hopes, right? So JMeter we won't be seeing very in depth, but just a high level way how the API test and all happens, how you can test a basic API, AI API, and how you can get the results. That's what actually happens in because APIs is what AIs are all about, right? So we do that. So and then we'll obviously see the automation part where we use CI/CD automation, but that is anyways the end of the course we will see. It will be after you learned all the important concepts of AI testing, we will be going to the automation frameworks and all and the CI/CD GitHub things, right? Yeah, and in this process, I will also be giving an overview of Azure Cloud because Azure is what we are using for our playground, right? We'll be using that. And also, we will try to deploy a free AI model, okay, free AI model like Olama in our local machine. So you will learn how to deploy a AI which is running in your local machine without any internet. Okay, so and how you test those things. Okay, so that is also a very, I mean, like exciting thing to learn. Okay, that we will see. And as I said, someone asked me last time, right? Just to give a quick summary again, dollars. You don't need to pay for any tool here. Okay, nothing. It's a totally zero cost, right? Whatever I'll be showing here, you will be doing hands-on, and only thing that you will be using is a credits, free credits. Okay. So some things are paid here, like OpenAI API is paid, GPT is paid, but you will be using free credits only for that. Okay. Not you will not pay anything. Okay. You will use the free credits for that. So that way you will be learning this course ahead. And if at all anyone faces any issues also, I'm there to help you. I will provide my own APIs to all of you to even maybe work with, right? To play around with it. If at all you face an issue in creating some Azure account and all, I'll be providing my own APIs to all of you. Use it in a limit because it's my account, right? So ultimately, so but yeah, use it. You will use it in a limit. I know you. So even I can provide you that. So, but very rare case scenario where that Azure account you are not able to create. Okay, due to some reason, I will be providing. Right. So now coming back to um, yeah. So now let's see how the hallucination testing happens. Okay. So see, hallucination testing, can someone quickly remind what it is?
Not giving
What
us
is,
the
I'll
accurate
give
information.
False fact.
yeah. So maybe let's say it gives a false warranty, delivery date is wrong, or something it gives wrong answers, right? So now let's try to see how we can do a demo, or I will demonstrate how actually I can do a hallucination testing, okay, with an application. Not application, already we have the GPT-4 deployed, right? So what we will do is using the GPT-4 API that is deployed, we will try to do a hallucination testing, very basic testing, quickly, right? We just have a few minutes left. So, and we will try to understand how easily you can do a hallucination testing uh, uh, with the test data and all. Okay, so that we will see. For that, what do you think might be the test data here? Anyone who are into testing background already? Anyone? If I want to do, let's say I have an API, I have an AI API, and I want to do hallucination testing with that. Any idea what test data? Any guess?
Based upon the requirement. Now, for the previous example that you mentioned, right, Vishnu,
Mhm.
like give me the mobiles
warranty.
that are priced for 50,000,
Hmm.
20,000, and then it gives all the mobiles above and below of that as well. And
Hmm.
it only takes the main keyword as mobile phones. Like if you
Yeah.
take iPhone or something, it will take the main keyword as phones, not the amount. So based
Mhm.
upon our development, so we can minimize the hallucination.
Yeah. So for that, to quickly show you how the hallucinations happen, I will again go to my playground, which we saw yesterday. I can do it in the API also. Both are same. Okay, I can use a playground or I can change it in the this body here. But since we didn't go to the APIs yet, I'm not using this. I'm using the playground. Okay, but we will be using APIs also. Okay, so right. So now here I will just remove this instruction. Okay, for now. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll just let's say I ask something to the AI. For example, explain the RBI regulation something that, let's say, mandates all fintech companies to store data in, let's say, some JSON format. Okay. So now I'm just entering. Now what is happening? See, maybe such a regulation doesn't exist. Okay. But your AI might give an answer that such a regulation exists, right? So as you clearly see, but here it figured out. Okay. As of June, there is no that mandates all fintech companies to store data in JSON format. Okay. Something like that. For example, let's change the question to something. So we need to find out, okay, where the hallucination might happen. So so what we will do is we will think about some prompt where the hallucination will happen, especially in this Azure AI playground. Okay, because here the GPT models are also trained more by Microsoft. Okay, it's far more little intelligent. So let's think about something. Okay, I'll clear this. Now, something which I have faced maybe in the past. Explain the, let's say, RBI circular issued in March 2023 that mandates all fintech companies to store customer, let's say, transactions metadata in XYZ some 42. There's a regulation, okay, format. Include compliance steps. Okay, so let's say this is my prompt. Okay, so there is no as of my okay. Actually, these prompts used to work before, but now they have upgraded. Okay, some learning it has, they have got it. So let's try something else. This is the problem. Okay, we have to find out the test data properly, right? Because here it's not trained on our data, or we don't have any instructions. It's open ended, right? So maybe I'll give some instruction also. So you are strictly a data software professional with no knowledge in regulations, baby. Okay, let's try this out. Okay. Okay, so basically, what I want to show you is when you give that prompt, right? What this AI will do? No, it will confidently give you some fake circulars. It will not say that I'm not able to find or whatever, right? It will try to give some. It happens again the real AI applications, and I will also show you. Okay, one I will find out a prompt on that application, and I'll show you that. So AI will confidently explain that that circular is fake. Now this GPT-4 is very intelligent. Okay, it's by OpenAI, and GPT-5 is also there, right? So it has a lot of data already fed in, and it's trained again and again, right? But maybe your model that you are testing, or maybe the AI that you are testing in your organization might not be that trained, right? So there these issues will come. So what will happen is, for example, if I asked what, for example, the same question, right? Explain the RBI circular. What that AI will do, right? It will show some fake circulars or some fake formats or fake compliance steps, right? Um, to just say that I have given a response, right? So to just show that I am able to give a response. So that is hallucination, right? And then what you do? So I add in that prompt some lines, for example, and do not assume something, give me the correct answer. So it will say, I am not aware, right? So that way you will see your AI model differently hallucinating, and after the prompt change, it will work, right? So that will say. So this one I will show you surely, okay? Some example I'll pick up. I have to break GPT-4, okay, somehow. It's very intelligent nowadays, right? So a lot of people using ChatGPT again and again, right? So it's all fed into its memory. It's learned, but I will come out, okay, with some example, maybe in the Olama, right, which is a Facebook model. I will show you, okay, how the hallucination works. Because all these testings that we are seeing, we will be seeing it in the demo also, okay, how it works. Yeah, so that's how you do it, okay? And what you show, right, like once you test it, right, you have to clearly understand what is your requirement, right, for each testing, and you need to send out the report based on that to fix it. Because you might not have the authority to fix a prompt or fix the parameters, right? You need to send, you can just send a recommendation. Rest is done by the development team, AI development team, and the architects to take the call, right? So that also we will see how the reporting and all thing will happen. Yeah. So I'll take some questions, okay, because it's almost 10. Sorry, 9. Any questions, anyone?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
are we going to work this testing only in the ChatGPT or any other environment we will be using?
Yes. Yeah. See, now this is not ChatGPT, right? This is GPT-4. There's a difference
Right,
between ChatGPT and GPT-4. Okay. So we'll be using Mistral AI. We can use DeepSeek. Various models are there. We will try out various models. Okay.
So
Different types
you
of
meant,
models.
got it, got
Yeah.
it. So you mentioned that the performance testing also, right? But basically, it's just only the response time we will be checking. That's all, I guess.
Response time, latency, and the metrics we will see, right? Like how many, what's the error percentage, and what is failing, right? When you put the load, why is it failing? If it's something related to the parameter that you're giving, right? Those things. And the latency. Sorry, voice is breaking. Akash?
Yeah, sorry. So my question is, apart from Microsoft Foundry, are we using any other tools for AI testing? I can see Microsoft Foundry has a lot of potentials in terms of LLM testing or RAG or
Yeah. Yes.
end-to-end GenAI application.
Yeah. And we will be using Postman. We'll be using our local system. We will deploy Olama, right? And we will see how we can
Yeah.
test. Yeah, those things we will be doing.
Okay. One more question I have. Maybe we are not covering that in testing, but is there any other tool similar to Microsoft Foundry which we can use for a testing purpose?
That is actually with Google, but Google it's Vertex AI and all, right? It's a different story altogether. Every cloud has their own AI related playground. Oh, sorry, if someone not speaking, can they go on mute? It got some voice.
So, like, do we need like Python programming skills as such, or like?
No, we don't need to. So, see, as I said before, also coding is zero here, so you don't need to worry about coding at all. Only thing is you need to generate small scripts, right? Like maybe 5, 10 lines, 20 lines. So that I will be giving you prompts. Okay.
Okay.
Using that prompt, you can easily generate it using ChatGPT and Claude. Claude
Okay,
is
and
one
also
another.
the
Yeah.
okay, and the CI/CD is also like you'll be using Git
Yes, yes.
Actions or like Jenkins.
GitHub Actions. Yeah, we'll be using
Okay,
GitHub Actions for that. And Jenkins, I will give you a conceptual overview.
okay, thank you. Yeah.
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 See,
So,
Hi.
just to answer quickly what Akash asked, right? Like, so, see, like Azure AI Foundry, we have this AWS Bedrock, Google Vertex AI,
Mhm.
IBM Watson X, right? These are the other alternatives, just to say. Okay,
Uh, okay.
Akash.
Yeah, hi. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question here.
Yeah.
So, like you are showing how to test a hallucination. So,
Mhm.
for example, you are sending, you are asking question and you are
Yeah.
getting a response. So you will
Mhm.
get the response in a, in a very bulky way. Okay, so
Yeah.
you will not be able to read everything. So how
Mhm.
do you identify the response which you are getting is hallucination, and how do you verifying that?
Yeah. So see, now for example, if you have a big response, okay, how do you
Mhm.
identify is using the keywords, right? We will be defining some keywords and the behavior, right? See, hallucination is all about the behavior. By reading itself, you'll come to know because you know
Mhm.
your AI very well. First of all, that is very important, right? Before you get into AI testing of that model, you need to first know that AI very well. That like a person, right? For example, you know Akash very well. Okay, then you start testing him, right? So like that it should be. So you should
Mhm.
know that AI very well, not the coding I'm saying, but I'm
Mhm.
saying about how that AI is, right? Like what is it built for? Like what are its behaviors? What is expected from out of it? And then you start from then you when you analyze the response, you already know, right, what are the problems you can easily catch. And
Mhm.
obviously each testing is each objective, right? So that objective you need to focus. If you're doing hallucination, focus on that objective, see if something fake or something which it doesn't know it is giving, right? So such things you need
Okay.
to. Yeah.
Mhm.
it's similar like our traditional QA, right? We know the functionality
Correct.
of the application. Then we go for the testing using the data with multiple
Okay.
Exactly.
tests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
So,
Sure. Thank you.
maybe the question is out of the topic. So we
Yeah.
have in traditional, we have the QA and performance testing, right? Do we
Yeah.
have the same in AI testing also, or it is together, or it's not
It's
started yet?
see, yeah. So see, performance testing does happen, but as I said, it will be happening on the API level, right? End-to-end testing will happen on the use cases, the user interfaces, and all. But AI will be separately tested using the APIs. So it will act like an API always. And the even functional testing will happen, obviously, but not. That will come under AI testing. Let's say behavior analysis and all. So, but actually, if you see, AI is not very heavily tested because when we test it also, what the traditional testers do is they will be testing the result only, right? So they are not worried about what the result will be. So they will just, okay, if this I'm hitting, this I'm getting, I'm good. That's all. Sometimes even they will not worry about the response, what they are getting. Okay, so functionally they will check. Okay, when this API is hit, whether we are getting the response, are we good? That's it. Right. So, but in the AI testing is where we go in depth, right? Focusing on that AI, especially.
No, with respect to performance testing, I'm asking.
Yeah, performance also API testing happens, right? So you do the API testing and see when, especially when you have this WebSocket protocols and all in the chatbots and all, it's tested. Yeah, we create a script like a Jmeter script or a LoadRunner script, and we test it. But again, it's all based on more sort of if your API is on your own platform. If you're using API of a third party vendor, right? For example, Azure or it's hosted somewhere else, you don't do the test because you're using API from them, no?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Manuel,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Just sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like,
Yeah.
after the classes, do we get any kind of assignment or, you know,
Mhm.
exercise to just practice for ourselves after the
Sure,
classes?
surely I can provide like every Fridays, maybe weekly one I can provide. Not daily,
Mhm.
maybe not might not be
Yeah.
possible. But yeah,
Mhm.
weekly one I will provide, which you can work on weekends. and come back
Mhm.
on Monday, right? Solved. So that way we can work on. And also on the material side, I'll be giving you a lot of PPTs, documents, and fully in the Google Drive. Okay, you can easily download those materials and use it. But I will suggest go with my pace. Use the materials as I progress, right? So that is there.
Yeah.
And recordings you will get YouTube recordings. It will
Mhm.
be there with you till I mean like anyways we are not deleting any user, right? Once the access is given, so it will be there with you. Okay, that
Sure, sure.
batch with
Okay, thank you. Mm.
private access will be given to all the videos, and yeah, so that's how the things will be.
But we cannot download it, I guess, permanently. It's only the
No, no, no. You have to
access
see
time.
it in the YouTube itself.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know how to say it, but yeah, there are a lot of ways to download YouTube videos. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah, okay. And Manuel, I'll take quickly one more question. It's almost time to stop. Manuel, next questions I'll take it tomorrow. Ajay or Manuel, whoever ready with the question.
Yes, please. So, will this be only back-end testing that we are going to see in here, or will we be doing some UI, AUT testing as well?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good thing. So see, I have one project, okay, which is not project actually, it's a application which I have. So we will be actually doing real testing. For example, here now let me show you this. So here they have used AI in multiple places. For example, let me log in very quick. Just give me a moment. So this is one chatbot they have, which gives some career advice and all. So this application we will use, okay? And it also has a section where it generates a assessment report, okay? A student assessment report. So we will use this application, okay? This also we will learn through this. We will test this application.
Sure, Vishnu. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be actually that's why I said so we'll be working on the real project. I'll be showing you in the background how this is connected also because here see we are just clicking a link, right, and things are coming, but actually in the background what is happening, right, that also I'll be showing you. You get an idea what really is happening in front and back and how it's connected and all. Actually here there is one live also, so live AI voice, right, using that. So there are a lot of AI implementation here which we will see. Even this test is
Sure. Thank you.
assessed using AI, right? So yeah. Any other doubts, anyone? Okay,
I have
so
a
let
question.
We wrote in
okay.
the chat
Yeah.
if there's time.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. So see what you can all do no now. You can just put the question in the WhatsApp chat. I will answer one by one. Okay, in the group. Please drop it there.
Okay,
Okay.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Sorry for you all here because and always see whenever you have a question, do let me know little early. I can join the call little early. Okay, like for example, 8 p.m. we start the sessions. I can join 7:45, 7:30. Maybe if you have some project issues and all right, I'm always there to help you all out like that. Okay. So just you need to inform me maybe in the morning. Okay, we can join, and you need to just remind me also maybe at maybe around 7 p.m. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay, you
Isha,
asked the question.
we
Yeah,
thought to connect today, but yeah,
yeah,
do you
right,
have
right.
few
No.
minutes?
Okay, you do one thing. We will connect at around 10 p.m. Okay, after an hour.
Yeah, sure, no worries. Whatever
Yeah,
time works for you.
sure. Yeah.
I'll ping you
Vikas,
on the
can you ask
same WhatsApp.
quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it is about the job profiles that are around these AI testing. So
Yeah.
I tried looking into the different profiles and there is a lot of confusion around that what is actually being, asked in the profile. So there are a lot
Mhm.
of, job profiles where actually a lot of skills are asked and in between they have clubbed some AI testing tools. They've asked for RAG, testing RAG applications,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
exactly how do you see this? I mean, this skill as is it going to be a full-fledged profile like a tester completely doing the testing into
Yeah.
testing the AI
Mhm.
applications, or is it just another skill which will be added into the existing ones?
See, more market is for the first one, right? Fully, right? Fully like an AI tester. Let's say 60 to 70% market will be for that. 30% will also be there for those who want to use it as a, like let's say there's a performance engineer or a tester who wants to do AI testing also. Yes, he can also do that. But yes, it's a full-time role because it needs actually a full-time attention. Lot of things to be done here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And especially if it's a big organization, surely it will be full-time role. It won't be shared at.
So in
Maybe
future,
some smart.
it can be a complete profile in itself.
Yes, yes, not future. Already it's happening, right?
Okay.
Already, if you search in
Okay.
LinkedIn and if you search in Naukri and all, you can easily see a lot of AI testing roles, fully focused
Okay.
on. Yeah,
Thanks.
sure. Okay, right.
So,
So thank you. Oh, sorry. Actually, I had to stop because what happens now? There's one more session mine, which is in waiting. So I have to jump there. But that's why I said I can join little early. If any questions you have, I can give enough time. Okay. So sorry for that. I'm stopping here. But surely keep your questions, or you can directly send it to me in WhatsApp also. After 10 p.m. I'm free. Okay. So. Yeah, okay then. Thank you all. Have a good day, good night, and thanks a lot for joining. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu.
Thank you.